I'm in East Belfast. I'm outside Knockbreda Methodist Church, just below the carriageway here. And there's something amazing going on at the back of the church. Come on, let's see what's happening. Morning, I'm here at Knockbreda Methodist Church, and I'm with John, and there's something extremely interesting happening here. We've got another of Belfast's hidden gems, and you would not believe what's going on in here behind the houses. John, what have we got here?
Well, this is Knockbreda Community and Wildlife Garden.
Right.
And the idea behind it is to create a space where the community can access resources and enjoy the garden, do a bit of volunteering, have a cup of tea and just meet up with people.
Chill out and have a bit of crack. How long ago did you start this enterprise?
We started it about 2 years ago.
Right.
And we had a rough site, and we have converted it into a beautiful garden where we grow vegetables, flowers, fruit, and everything that possibly could grow. We now have a vine.
A vine? And you've got bees up the back?
We have 2 polytunnels. We have wooden sheds for workshops, and we invite everybody of all ages to participate and have a bit of enjoyment.
Right, so if folks are in this area, they drop in, and they don't have to belong to the Methodist Church at Knockbreda here. They drop in and come in and have a bit of crack, cup of tea, and maybe engage in some of the volunteer work of gardening and building or whatever else.
We would encourage people to come, particularly on a Tuesday at 11 o'clock.
Tuesday mornings.
All the volunteers gather and have a cup of tea and coffee. And on Saturday mornings at 10 o'clock we gather again and we work out rotas and tasks for the week.
Right. Where is the money coming from, John?
The money is raised through trusts, through donations, and we have managed to raise about £60,000 to develop the site and put everything in place that will be of benefit to the local community.
My goodness, this is some display even at the entrance here. I mean, I'm seeing what, are those hosta?
Hosta and dahlias.
And dahlia and nasturtiums. And what are those sort of penny roses?
Yep.
What's there, sunflower? Is that a sunflower? No, maybe it's not a sunflower. But that's certainly a pear tree.
Yes. that pear tree is linked to John Wesley. There's a wee bit of history about it.
A wee bit of Methodism coming out there then. Okay. My goodness gracious. And there's the well that you were telling me about.
Yes.
So you supply yourself with your own water. You don't have to take it off the mains.
No, this was an old well that has been here for about 60 or 70 years and hasn't been used. So we cleaned it out, put in a pump, and we have it providing all the water for the plants and the flowers.
So if there's a water ban, if we ever get a heat wave that we were promised there about a week ago, if we ever promised that again and the water goes off, you've got your own supply.
We have.
Oh, that's brilliant. My goodness gracious. We've got quite a number of sheds, and
we've workshops and we've a meeting shed.
Right.
And we've 2 polytunnels.
What about the bad weather, the winds and stuff? Are you quite sheltered in here?
We are quite sheltered.
Because
and if the weather's bad, we work in the polytunnels.
Well, work in the polytunnels.
We
oh my goodness, vegetable marrows.
we've marrows there growing.
Well, these are, is that beetroot?
Yes, beetroot as well.
And
Onions,
onions.
carrots, peas.
And where does all this produce go?
We give it away.
You give it away.
Yeah.
I'm thinking actually you could use it. You could collect it up and have a wee market stall somewhere.
Well, we could.
But
We are planning a few events.
Right, tell me about the events.
We're going to have a coffee morning for Macmillan.
Right,
We are going to have a autumn fair on the 29th of October,
right,
and at the autumn fair we're going to have some soup and things, which is the produce of the garden. We'll be making
right,
soup.
right. Will these fairs and such like all the events will take place here?
Yes, they'll all take place here. And if it's raining, we can move into the church hall.
Right, and this is your bees, and you've got how many hives did you say?
There's 5 hives.
Five hives, and all surrounded by apple trees.
Fruit trees, fruit bushes. We have taken most of the plums off this tree here.
Right. It's a long time since I have seen a plum tree.
We've had a lot of plums this year. So we'll have,
Beauty.
and so we've been harvesting those.
This is marvellous. Who's the guy that looks after your?
Damien looks after the
Damien
bees.
your
He's
bees,
a very
and
professional man, and he teaches people about bees.
I want to get hold of Damien, and so he can do me a wee video. I'm just totally gobsmacked by this. This is super duper. Because I had worker bees coming into my garden, and they're nowhere this year. I just can't understand it.
Yeah.
Right. You're hoping to. There's rose raspberries down in there.
Yep.
You're hoping to do a pizza oven, and then that'll.
Pizza oven and a barbecue, which will be for public use. We recognise that people are under pressure, money-wise.
So birthday parties and the likes,
Yes.
youngsters.
Yes, people will be able to access it and use it.
Uh-huh.
And we've had most of the local schools in doing the life cycle of the frog
Oh wowee!
from our pond.
Wowee!
And,
This is very very creative, John. This is amazing.
So we,
That's powerful. That's powerful.
that's our local teacher I was telling you about.
Right. Okay.
And we have compost heaps here. We're very into compost.
It's sort of recycle.
Yes. So we use everything. Belfast City Council gave us the picnic tables.
They did not.
They did.
Good show.
And they've supported us with bark and manure.
Oh, good for them. Good for them.
We're working our compost through at 3 different levels.
That's brilliant. And this is your.
Tomatoes. We had a lot of strawberries.
Look at your tomatoes. Oh boy, I have tomatoes. They're not just quite at this level. Oh boy, that's brilliant. And you had strawberries, you tell me.
Strawberries. And we one of the neighbours gave us a vine.
Now, where's this vine? Where's the vine?
We've replanted it.
Right. Okay.
So we're praying that it
It
grows
takes
again.
hold. It looks a wee bit dilapidated at the minute,
It
but
does, but we think it will come good.
and these are cucumber, are they?
Cucumber, yeah.
Aye, there's
Had quite a few cucumbers.
and you had quite a few strawberries, but the strawberries are really fast.
Yeah, the strawberries are past. We had a lot of strawberries.
Yeah. Oh, amazing. Those are different varieties of tomato. That's a sort of a
yes.
plum job over
They
there.
are, yes.
And my goodness gracious, I forgot to water my tomatoes there about a week ago, and I came back, and the leaves were dead, almost. I revived them, mind you. Look at
This is a wildflower garden.
yes, I see cornflower there,
And
and the marigolds, and the big yellow daisies.
So
There's a bumblebee, which I don't have. Why am I not having bumblebees?
So we have a lot of bees that access this.
See, I've got the wee small bees with the wee brown collar, but I haven't got any bumblebees. And there's no wasps either.
There's a wildlife farm.
Oh, yes. Love this. This is where you showed the youngsters the life cycle of the frog.
Yeah. So they had a picnic at the benches there, and we have a retired teacher who was able to explain about the life cycle of the frog.
Brilliant. So just to recap, John, the whole idea behind this venture is...
The whole idea is to bring community together,
Right.
help people to enjoy the garden, help people to relax, support people through their mental health, support people through their free time, help people to get to know each other in the community, and just work together for a better community.
Yes. This is fantastic, and this is a model that could be adopted in so many, let's face it, declining churches that have a bit of land beside them, and you know that is just becoming is redundant, or maybe it's even an eyesore. And this is what can be done with, admittedly, a lot of hard work. Because I bet you didn't start off with this group of people.
We started off with about 10 people. We now have about 70 volunteers. People coming at different times with different skills and with no skills. People that are very elderly who can't work, but come along and support us and take a cup of tea with us.
This is almost an advance on the pub with no beer, and also the men's shed idea. Only you've got women coming in as well.
We have probably 70% female, 30% male, and women tend to know more about gardening.
They do.
It's discriminatory, but they are very keen in garden, very keen in beautiful things and flowers and fruit and vegetables. And but we all work together as a team. And if you can do a small task or a big task, you're very welcome.
Right. So, somebody wants to know more details about it. Who would they in fact contact?
If they call here on a Tuesday morning at 11 o'clock.
11 o'clock Tuesday morning here.
For a cup of tea.
Beside Knockbreda Methodist Church.
Yep.
At
66 Rosetta Road.
66 Rosetta Road.
We will give them a very warm welcome. And we're also open on a Saturday morning. And if people come at 10 o'clock on a Saturday morning, they'll get an equally warm welcome and a cup of tea.
Right. You'll soon be doing breakfast. Thanks very much, John. This is amazing. I love this.